Good evening, you're tuned in to Bizworld. The Finance Ministry has denied allegations that the principal debt of One Malaysia Development Berhad, or 1MDB, has not been paid until now. Its Minister Datuk Seri Tengku Zafrul Abdul Aziz said 1MDB's total debt was 38.8 billion ringgit, comprising 32.3 billion ringgit in principal debt and 6.5 billion in interest.
Jadi dakwaan bahawa belum lagi kita bayar prinsipal hutang 1MDB ini adalah tidak berasas, ya. Memandangkan prinsipal hutang-hutang tersebut hanya akan matang lambat lagi. Contohnya prinsipal bond terbitan 1MDB Energy Limited 11 Mei 2022, that's 7.35 bilion ringgit. Bond terbitan 1MDB Energy Langat 2022 7.35 bilion ringgit. Bond terbitan 1MDB Global Investment sebanyak 12.6 bilion ringgit. Sukuk IMTN terbitan 1MDB 5 bilion ringgit. Jadi 32.3 bilion ringgit ini dia punya tarikh matang antara tahun 2022 hinggalah tahun 2039. Jadi belum lagi lah dibayar. Ini prinsipal, ya. Tapi kita sudah mula membayar faedahnya lah.
Datuk Seri Tengku Zafrul added that the government has started paying the interest on 1MDB's debt of about 6.5 billion ringgit, but not the principal, which will mature at a later date. The minister was responding to an additional question on the allegation by Pekan MP Datuk Seri Najib Tun Razak that the government had not paid 1MDB's debt. A total of 160 development projects nationwide have been categorized as sick, and 92 of them are being monitored by the Implementation Coordination Unit, or ICU, of the Prime Minister's Department. Minister in the Prime Minister's Department for Economy, Datuk Seri Mustapha Mohamad, said out of the 92 projects, 41 projects were successfully restored according to the project implementation schedule.
Saya harap ahli parlimen yang ada masalah projek di kawasan masing-masing, yang Gajah Putih ke lambat ke, kita ada sistem pantauan, ICU ada, JKR dalam kerajaan. Mungkin pemantauan itu kurang lengkap, ya. Jadi saya cadangkan semua ahli parlimen yang ada pengalaman sendiri di kawasan masing-masing.
He was replying to a supplementary question on the number of abandoned government projects thus far this year. Projects are categorized as sick when the progress of physical work is delayed by more than 20% compared with the planned schedule. The fate of Digital Nasional Berhad (DNB) as the single wholesale network SWN for the 5G rollout in the country will be known by March 11th. Communications and Multimedia Minister Tan Sri Anwar Musa said the review of the SWN model on whether to have more than one operator to allow for some kind of competition will be discussed in the cabinet meeting next week.
Dan kertas itu telah pun diangkat ke Urustia Jemaah Menteri untuk dimasukkan dalam agenda perbincangan mesyuarat Jemaah Menteri. Dijangkanya pada minggu depan 11 hari bulan. Ya, sebab kita baru mengangkatnya semalam. Kita tak ada kabinet hari Rabu, kabinet mesyuarat hari Jumaat. Tapi mungkin Jumaat ini mungkin kalau tak sempat akan dibincang pada hari Jumaat 11 hari bulan Mac.
The minister told TV3 that the government has decided that within 3 years, at least 80% of the populated areas must be covered with the network, and engagement had been done with all the relevant parties as instructed by the cabinet. MCMC and MOF have also completed the cabinet minister's memorandum, and it has been circulated to all relevant ministries, and feedback has also been received from these ministries. He added that most importantly, the cabinet will put national interest first in deliberating on which model works best for the 5G rollout in the country. Yayasan My First Home YMFH targets to help 1,000 B40 households with some home ownership this year. According to its chairman, Tan Sri Vincent Tan, the foundation will facilitate affordable housing loans for the lower income, as well as solve their financial woes with lenders and creditors, including those who are blacklisted.
This foundation is to help them, to try to get them off the blacklist so that they can get a housing loan to buy a house. And we all know a lot of them, most of these B40s are renting a house. We think about 80% of them are renting a house. So we want to see how to help them to be able to own a house.
YMFH was officially launched by the Yang di-Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustapha Billah Shah earlier today. The foundation brings together various stakeholders such as developers, financial institutions, NGOs, federal and state agencies, as well as donors to facilitate home ownership for B40 groups. The billionaire, who is also the chairman of Better Malaysia Foundation, also donated 5 million ringgit to YMFH. Now, Bank Negara has maintained the overnight policy rate OPR at 1.75% at its second Monetary Policy Committee meeting of the year. In a statement, the central bank said the overall recovery trajectory remained on track despite the recent moderation in economic activity due to the Omicron-driven COVID-19 resurgences. It added inflation in many economies remain elevated due to both demand and supply factors. Going forward, more countries will transition to endemic management of COVID-19, hence supporting global growth prospects. And that's all the time we have for Bizworld. I'm Sabrina Zainal. Thank you for watching and stay safe.